Chelsea absolutely ran riot over Ajax at Stamford Bridge with a 5-1 win on the night. It wasn't just the scoreline that caught my eyes, it was how this game unfolded, how Enzo Maresca trusted the youth, and how Ajax collapsed under pressure. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the 6 Yard Banter, your front row seat to the Premier League's top 6 drama with a Chelsea twist. Here it's Chelsea first and rivals next. In this video, I'll walk you through the starting lineup and how Chelsea set up, what went on in the first half and how Ajax pushed back, what changed in the second half, and the tactical tweaks and impact, who stood out and who disappointed, and my overall take and what this means for Chelsea and the fall from grace for Ajax tonight. Let's get right into it. Enzo Maresca made 10 changes from the Forest game. Only Romeo Lavia kept his spot in the starting 11. The formation is the same standard 4-2-3-1 with a 4-3-3 hybrid. And before I go into calling out the players that started, I'm going to say that Enzo Maresca is one brave man. If it went his way, and it's shown that because it's gone its way, it is Maresca's way, proves that he's a tactical genius. But if it had gone the other way, boy oh boy, there would definitely have been meltdown amongst the fans today. So because it's gone his way, kudos to him. Kudos to him. Like, I raise my hands up, and yeah. So yeah, in the lineup, it's Philip Jorgensen in place of Sanchez. Our defense line, Jorel Hato started at left back in place of Cucurella, Tosin and Fofana as centre back pairing, and the surprising Moises Caicedo slotting into the right back. A surprising move. Then in the midfield we had Lavia and Enzo as the midfield pivot, and in the attack, we had Jamie Gittins, Buonanotte, and Estevão Willian playing on the attack with Guiu up top. You can see from this lineup that we only have the midfield to be the strongest place, where we have a strong core. That's if you get what I mean. And then on the Ajax side, Kenneth Taylor was in the midfield and captain, with where Wogos leading the attack. And the interesting thing to note is that Maresca threw in Jorel Hato, who just arrived from Ajax, into the back line, and it was made to face his old club. So Chelsea clearly went for rotation, but the lineup, even though it was heavily rotated, was still good enough to do a job on Ajax. And the position with the strongest core is the midfield area, with Enzo, Lavia, and Moises Caicedo, who would actually have to be inverting into the midfield. And it's an hard role, but it's something that we've seen him do. He did that last year, and so it's not something new. But then it was just surprising to see him in that position against Ajax. And the dynamic front line of the youngsters, the madness and momentum in the first half, the early red card. Ajax captain Kenneth Taylor was sent off around the 17th minute for a reckless challenge on, I think it was Buonanotte. That from there on changed everything. Ajax went down to 10 men and Chelsea smelled blood. Guiu opened the scoring almost immediately after the red card. Fofana headed. He got his goal from a headed ball from Fofana back into the box for Guiu to tap the ball into the goal post. And I'm going to come back to Guiu. Then Moises Caicedo slotted in another goal, and this man is always scoring belters every time he scores. He doesn't score. No goal is cheap. but there are goals and there are goals, and Caicedo is always scoring bangers and belters. Okay, and he scored the number two goal from a long range drive, even though it deflected off an Ajax Solato or whatever his name is. Then Ajax had a moment where Weghorst scored from a penalty after Tosin fouled him inside the box. I don't know what's wrong with Tosin. He's just come back and then he's committing this. The most experienced defender in the squad is committing Uncle Tosin committing this one. So yeah, it was chaos about after him. Then Chelsea struck twice more before the first half break. Enzo Fernandez won a penalty and he converted it, and Estevão also drew a foul and scored from the spot kick. Ajax defense was just utterly undone. Okay, then the first half ended in a 4-1 Chelsea in favor of Chelsea, and Ajax were already in tatters and in pieces. Now, my tactical observation is that despite making many changes, Chelsea's midfield control was very, very strong. Enzo plus Lavia looked comfortable in possession today. Ajax tried to press, but being a man down, it was just outstretched already. Okay, Chelsea exploited the wings, often attacking from the half spaces and dragging Ajax defenders out of shape. Ajax substitutions and shape collapsed when they went one man down. They were just chasing shadows. Then in the second half, we just turned from football into an intense football game to Chelsea just cruising and in full control of everything. Maresca used the break to rotate. He brought on subs and gave youth minutes and tried to manage the game. Tariq George came in the second half and scored the fifth goal early in the second half. After that, Chelsea eased off a bit, controlled the tempo, and let Ajax have more possession in non-dangerous zones. Even though Ajax tried to muster attack, but after being down and demoralized from the first half, it just looked like they were just going to. It was a tough hill to climb for them, and Chelsea didn't concede any other goal. Luckily for us, in the second half, not that we were under any kind of threat from the Ajax attack or whatnot. Chelsea defense stayed disciplined. Young players got minutes, which is a good thing. The substitutions kept the energy, especially Tariq George and even Andre Santos. It became a showcase, youth even dominating and even going toe to toe with the Ajax first team squad. So yeah, this is where I want to make mentions of some players that actually wowed me today, and the first on my list is going to be Jamie Gittins. When you see Jamie Gittins play today, he looked a completely different player. He was complete. The Jamie Gittins we saw today is the Jamie Gittins we hoped that we were hoping to get when we signed him. Man, the flair and the way he was attacking the space created by the Chelsea midfield and all that, was taking on his players and all that. He made 5 key passes. Only him. Jamie Gittins made 5 key passes. And he got an assist and was even given the man of the match. Deservedly so. It looks like there was a skill he did. He controlled the ball with his back. Just felt like, oh, okay, he's getting into it. He's coming out of his shadows and shells and all that. And it was just looked a completely different player today from the player that we've been seeing in previous matches and all that. And then secondly, we talk about Estevão. This kid is spectacular. He's everything and more. He scored a penalty, and the penalty that he actually won himself again was a constant menace. He's now Chelsea's youngest ever scorer in Europe. And then we'll talk about Guiu as well. He was given his first start and scored, and he was. You see, this is the thing here. I wish Enzo Maresca would have given Guiu the opportunity to start up front and make João Pedro play off him from the start where we lost the moment we lost Liam Delap. probably the case would have been, the result would have been different compared to what we have now and the position where Chelsea find themselves in the Premier League. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's good. Okay, and Wesley Fofana was very solid defensively today. Headed into positions, and his header was what gave Guiu the first goal. Guiu had his big night, and he was up to it today. And the players I'm going to mention that would underperformed, I'm going to just Tosin. Uncle Tosin did not do very well today. The foul he won was needless, and the foul he considered he gave away in the penalty box was needless and unnecessary for someone who's been looked up to. I think it's not nice. Okay, and then Jorgensen, he could have saved that penalty because I don't know. You already know you should have a strong hand and all that, but apart from the penalty, he didn't have much to do today, and yeah, so I'm not gonna slag him off for that. My overall take and implication on this is that it's a statement night for Chelsea, a dominant one, as a matter of fact, in Europe, with the youth showing up and Maresca trusts paying off. Okay, it's a confidence booster because we are going to be going up against Sunderland in the weekend, and the group in the Champions League remains very competitive. It also signals to players the meritocracy is alive. If you play well and perform, you get your chance, and that's what has happened to players like Guiu, Estevão, and I'm sure some of the other youngsters will feel the stakes. For Ajax, it's a storied European side. As a matter of fact. They got schooled by a young, not going to say I'm going to say inexperienced group of players like the Chelsea attacking Guiu, Estevão, and even Jimmy Gittins' experience because he's been playing in Champions League before he joined Chelsea. So they're in all, I wish them all the best because tonight was not a good night for Ajax. If you get what I mean. So yeah, it's a crazy night. Chelsea won, Chelsea 5, Ajax 1. The youth shone, the tactics worked. Like I said, Enzo Maresca it took a real gamble tonight, and good. It worked. So kudos to him. My hands are up. Ajax self-destructed. Okay, but also Maresca made a bold choice. He made bold choices rather, and they paid off in spade, like I said. So let me know what you guys think. Who was your man of the match? Do you think this validates Maresca's philosophy? And how worried were you when you saw the lineup today? And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'll catch you all in the next one. And yeah, this is 6 Yard Banter signing off. Peace. Good night.